Hi guys and welcome to Whisky Geek. I'm the Geek and today's whisky is the Caol Ila Moch. Now, Caol Ila is another one of those distilleries with a really awkward name, where Isla is pronounced Isla, the Isla here is pronounced Ila, and the Caol isn't really that obvious either, pronounced Caol, so you get Caol Ila. Located up on the northeastern coast by Port Ascaig, Caol Ila is named after the Sound of Islay, which is the strait in between Islay and Jura. It's a particularly picturesque setting. And this distillery has the largest capacity on Islay, with 3 wash stills and 3 spirit stills giving them a potential output of 6.5 million litres a year. Huge amounts of whisky. Founded in 1846 by Hector Henderson, Caol Ila has been through some fairly tough times. It's changed hands a number of times, it's been knocked down, rebuilt and expanded a few times to achieve this capacity. Now owned by Diageo, this is one of the distilleries that contributes to the production of Johnnie Walker. In fact, about 95% of their whisky now goes towards the production of blended whisky. They do have a really strong single malt lineup though. The 12 year, 18 year and 25 year are joined by a number of no age statements like the Moch and the Distiller's Edition. In fact, I only have no age statements from Caol Ila, but I should really pick up the 12-year-old at some point. So today I'm reviewing the Caol Ila Moch. Now this is actually my dad's bottle, and as you can see, it's been very well appreciated. We've sat together and done tasting notes for this a couple of times as we've worked through the bottle, and it's been fairly consistent. So I've got no real issue with no age statements, so long as they've been done for the right reasons. To put a quality whisky on the market without having a certain demographic look down on it and exclude it because it's a younger age statement. And I think this is one of those whiskies that's been done for the right reasons. This is case in point why you should give no age statement a try. So this has been bottled at 43% and it's a fairly pale whisky, about a shade 3 or champagne. The nose is really accessible. It's quite grassy, a little bit floral. You know, it's like an open meadow, but there's a lovely coastal smoke behind it. There's a light citrus tone and a gentle resinous oak, and even on the nose it comes across as a little bit oily. Really welcoming and inviting. Moving on to the palate. It starts with like an ashy smoke and then develops a really nice kind of baked tarts maybe, biscuity, and then some citrus tones start to develop. It really mellows out on that oaky char and velvety smoke. It's overall quite soft. There's a briny coastal pang in there. It's quite like you're eating a lemon meringue whilst you're sat next to a campfire that's smouldering out. Pleasant mouthfeel, a little bit creamy, a little bit oily. The finish is quite rounded, it's definitely that velvety smoke and oaky ash that's lingering on. There's a bit of pepper, a bit of prickle. It's quite warming, still very present, quite thick in the mouth, and it's still got a hint of that maritime breeze as well. I've got some really fond memories of this whisky. The first time I tried it was up in Edinburgh when we were visiting with my dad, and we were sat in a bar called Tugter's, which is a great whisky bar. We sat exploring this whisky and it really chimed with him, and I kind of seeped some of that enthusiasm off him. So I'm a little bit biased, but I really appreciate this dram. Now because it's almost empty, this bottle's begun to go a little bit flat, but we sat and did tastings when it was freshly opened, about halfway down and a third left, and I always rated it pretty highly. I gave it an 81 out of 100. It's a beautifully smooth, accessible, fresh dram. The smoke and the citrus play really well together. It's not an Islay that's trying to pick a fight with you. It's quite accessible, but it's got plenty of smoky character to let you know that you are drinking an Islay. So thanks for watching guys, and thanks Dad for loaning me this bottle. Not quite finished it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please chuck a like and a comment below and consider subscribing for more whisky antics. Cheers.